Decades of working, cancer challenges, marriages, all this fun stuff has taught me 5 brutal life lessons that every man needs to know. And I'm passing them down to you, man to man, brother to brother, father to son. No matter if you're rich or poor, whatever hand you've been dealt, these lessons hold true. Stick around, let's get into it. I'm Doug, and this is Dying to Retire. I am now retired, but one of the things I do miss about going into work every day was as a mid-level government manager, before and after work, I would sit down with my peers and subordinates, and often many of my seniors, and we would just talk man to man. No shit, no fluff, real talk. Respectful, but we talked. It didn't have this judging and sidebar stuff that you see women do. We just straight up talk. Think of it as a two-way mentorship. One moment you're the mentee, the next minute you're the mentor, and it really didn't matter across the ages and the grades. So today I'm going to lay out the 5 brutal life lessons that got me on my expat path to Guatemala. Your destination may be different in retirement, but they apply anywhere. So that's no fluff, just real. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Burnout can kill you. And there are 3 types of burnout. There's task, the job you're doing, the little thing, but then there's job and career, and then there's life. Now, the trick in my optics, the art of all of this, is you have to first recognize which one of the burnouts you have and act accordingly. First and foremost, life burnout is the most lethal. However, if the other 2 go unchecked, they can eventually become the third. But burnout doesn't mean you're done. It doesn't always mean it's time to check out and retreat. However, it can mean maybe it's time for strategic withdrawal or redirection. For some of us, it's retirement, and that can result from one or all 3 of the burnouts. But the concept of retirement is open to interpretation these days. While one person may never work again, another may focus on their hobbies, etc., which sometimes becomes brand new whole careers. The lesson here is, while burnout can kill you, it often opens doors to unknown or ignored opportunities. Next, the Joneses don't own you. Now, this lesson is, a man's only real competition is themselves, not others, especially not the Joneses. And this means, when I say the Joneses, your neighbors, your coworkers, your peers, even family. Anyone pushing you to match them. And one of the hardest lessons is stop trying to keep up with them. For example, I have family members who, in their younger years, took expensive vacations all the time. Now, my wife and I have been together for almost 30 years. We haven't. We've taken 2 trips in those 30 years. And they were after I came back from austere assignments in South Central Asia. Now, my family members burned through cash really quickly, and probably not everything, but burned through enough cash. Now, they may have plenty of family memories, but they burned through all their savings. And now, from time to time, they reach out to other family members and try to guilt them into handouts. Now, this is why you don't try to keep up with the Joneses, because you don't want to be the Joneses. Now, for family member, yeah, you can give a little money if you want, but I say don't, or keep it very small. So the lesson in here is, it's really true. The only competition that matters is you, not anyone else. Next, fun's not happy. Having fun and being happy aren't the same. The secret is to know the difference. You can have fun for a day, but you can still feel unsatisfied. You need to identify what makes you happy and get it. This goes hand in hand with needs and wants. Think Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? You may need something, but without wanting it, it's something that's going to go to waste if you obtain it. The reverse is true. You may want a fancy sports car, but you don't need it because you have enough cars already. You don't even need it one iota. After the shine of the new car wears off, it will just sit in the garage, rusting, getting tire rot, whatever. So the lesson here is, you can have fun at times and not be happy, or you can be happy but not have fun every day. And there is a difference. Next, tomorrow's you. Pay the tomorrow you first. Yes, you need food and shelter, and yes, you got to do that. But if you don't prioritize the tomorrow you, you're going to work until you drop with no funds to enjoy in retirement. And it's like that self-fulfilling prophecy. If you save for later, you'll have money for later. But if you don't, you won't, and you just keep working. Tomorrow You is the first and primary charity that you need to support. If you can't help others, you can't help yourself. Think about that. Paying tomorrow's self first over time lets you seize those once in a lifetime opportunities later in life when they appear. Now, for me, the wife and I, we're looking at a path for retirement in Guatemala. Yours will be different, but the opportunities created are similar. The lesson, if you don't pay tomorrow you first, you really won't have a tomorrow. This is where people keep going. If I work one more year, I just need to do one more year. Last, aging's rough. Getting older sucks, and that's fine. You have to accept it, and that is okay. Think about it. Technology is beginning to pass us by. Sure, you grasp the concepts, but the new lingo in today's terms kind of lock us older people out. When did a meeting become a scrum? Isn't that some shit from rugby? Also, I'm not running anywhere at my age, so what's all this talk about sprints? Right? Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. I know. I come from the IT background. And who in their right mind wants to go into work every day and have to remember a 16 minimum 16 character password that resets every 30 days? Also, our bodies, if neglected, will turn to shit. We can turn into a fat fuck. We need to care about ourselves as best as we can. Doesn't mean to be a bodybuilder and everything like that, but you need to take care of yourself because all of this other stuff's going to happen. Your eyesight's going to get sucky. You're going to get arthritis in your hands. Cancer or two is going to happen because our bodies are aging and you cannot stop it. But that is okay. Now, I understand you can't run 3 miles in under 18 minutes anymore. I don't want to because that's why I own a car, a very comfortable old man's car. The lesson, getting old sucks, but it's just part of life. You can have a shit ton, coulda, woulda, shouldas, but at the end of the day, at this age, they really don't matter anymore. So let's wrap this up. Now, that's my 5 brutal lessons that I think every man, father, brother, and son needs to know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you have any other life lessons we men need to know? Please comment below. And if you found value in today's episode, do me a favor, please hit the like button and subscribe. Also, if you're considering going the expat route, check out my episode on what you must know before moving to Guatemala, because it doesn't happen overnight. Part 2 is coming soon. I got all the paperwork here. I'm Doug. This is Dying to Retire, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.